In life, many of us believe that hard work alone leads to success. But have you ever thought, what if that's not enough? Because no matter how hard you work, if your efforts go unnoticed, it's like a lamp that burns day and night, but no one truly sees its light until the day it goes out. Today's story beautifully reminds us that while hard work matters, working with wisdom matters even more. Many years ago, in a small factory, there worked a young man who was guided by an old craftsman, a wise and experienced mentor who had spent decades perfecting his skills. The old craftsman once told him, "Focus on your work. Don't waste your time talking. Become so skilled that no one can replace you." The young man took his mentor's words to heart. For the next 10 years, he poured his soul into his work, never distracted, never complaining, always improving. When his mentor finally retired, the young man took his place, following the same path of silence, focus, and dedication. But one day, he visited his old mentor, looking troubled. The old man asked gently, "What's wrong, my boy?" The young worker sighed. "I've done everything you taught me. I've stayed silent, I've worked hard, and no one in the factory matches my skills. Yet those with half my talent get promoted, while I'm still stuck where I was years ago." The mentor smiled softly and asked, "Do you really believe you've become important to the factory?" "Of course," the young man replied confidently. "Then do one thing," the old man said. "Take a day off tomorrow. Just rest for a while." The young man was confused, but agreed. The next day, when he returned to work, the manager called him into the office. "Because of your absence," he said, "we faced a lot of problems yesterday. No one could handle your tasks properly." Realizing his value, the manager promoted him to senior technician and praised his commitment. The young man was overjoyed. He thanked his mentor and thought, "This is the secret to success. Sometimes you need to step back for people to realize your worth." So, whenever he felt ignored, he began taking a day off. And every time, it worked, at least for a while. Until one morning, he arrived at the factory and found the dates closed for him. His name had been removed from the list. He was no longer an employee. Stunned, heartbroken, and angry, he ran to his old mentor and asked, "Why did this happen? I only followed your advice." The old craftsman looked at him with calm eyes and said, "You followed only half of it, my son. You learned that when a lamp burns all the time, people stop noticing its light. But you forgot the second part." "The second part?" the young man asked in confusion. The mentor smiled and said, "If a lamp keeps going out again and again, one day it will be replaced with another, because no one wants a light that can't be trusted." Those words hit him like thunder. He finally understood. In life, it's important to make people realize your worth, but not by constantly disappearing. Consistency is power. Balance is wisdom. The old craftsman continued. This isn't just about work. In life, too, we often take people for granted, our parents, friends, or loved ones, simply because they're always there. But when they're gone, we finally realize how much they mattered. So don't wait for absence to prove your value. Be grateful for those who stand by you and keep shining, not too dim, not too bright, but steady enough that your light can never be ignored or replaced. Because success is not about burning endlessly or fading suddenly. It's about finding the perfect balance between both.